you find it?
Well, with traffic, I got it. It says 29 minutes. With traffic, we're going to be a little late to the game. But I should have known this. Toronto, you can't go anywhere in Toronto. I forgot. It's been so long. So imagine coming down here all the time. When I was in politics, I had to come down here all the time.
Okay.
All the time. Imagine working down here.
No.
Oh my God. So we're getting to the burn, but we're getting to the ballpark soon. I wanted to talk to everybody about the training we had today. Obviously, a lot going on today. I made a video a little while ago about Oakwood Cowboy, the horse that we purchased, and everybody jumped on top of him. Thank you very much. And it looks like we are going to claim a horse tomorrow at Northfield Park. An older trotter, but he's been doing very, very good. So it looks like both of those things are going through well. But today, to be honest, the Oakwood horse, it wasn't a distraction. I almost said he was a distraction. He wasn't. It's important to continue to acquire horses that are going to do us some good, especially this time of year when we're moving horses out, like the 4 horses going Monday and a couple other horses. Sir Strong, the only horse that would train bad today, it's not really his fault. He just, one thing after another with this guy. But ultimately, it's more like a landing pad situation where he wants to do his work. Sir Strong wants to do his work. He's just the type of horse where you could talk me into thinking you'd see him show up as a 5-year-old at the Meadows or somewhere, but he's just not. Right now, he's not going to make it. So he'll be part of a second wave of horses that will be leaving, probably 2 or 3 of them over the next few weeks. But and he didn't train horribly. He just didn't train that good. And the only one of the entire day. You can go back for years, 2-3 years, and look at all the things I've said about all the horses that trained, how they trained. There's always 1 or 2 that don't train good. Right? We trained 6 and 6 and 6. 18 babies today, not one of them made a break. And these are horses that trained terrible on Tuesday for the most part. So I want to talk about them. I guess I'll get the horses that we put in the bike out of the way first. I went with Brace for Landing today. We didn't qualify him yesterday. I wish we had. Oh, man, did he ever train good. Very, very strong. He will qualify next Friday. Got that cut. He cut his eyelid and had to be stitched. But a long way from his heart, and he certainly knew it was a long way from his heart. He was awesome this morning. Who else did he? Absolutely Euphoria. 2-4 last half and 59 at the farm. She was good, so she's probably ready to school, I guess, next Thursday. You don't know. We just submit a form.
No.
Next Friday, right? Yeah.
Friday.
Next Friday, she's ready to go. Now, in case you're wondering, I'm gone away Sunday to Thursday. A little bit longer this week because I'm not going to Ohio. Tuesday I'm going to Ohio. Sunday night because Monday I race in Miami Valley with Swinging Senorita. It's her first start of the year. That's a filly that did so good for us last year. I'm not there Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'll be there Thursday evening. What? What's wrong?
I'm calculating how many horses we got. We got on Friday.
Oh yeah, I'll be back for Friday. I just won't be back until Thursday.
Okay, Thursday. Yeah.
So I trained Brace for Landing. He was unbelievably good. Trained Absolute Euphoria. I was very happy with her. Trained, what's his name? Stay Close. Now, Dominic wanted me to go in 2-6. And, I went right in 2-6.
Somewhere past the wire.
Somehow
past the wire.
He was very good. Very good. And now ready to go. Really, really happy with Stay Close. I told Dominic, this is a very, very strong statement. And I don't take it for what it is. You know, I said it in the heat of the moment when the horse came off the track. I don't know if he's better than he is right now. And what about the dumb globes? I said when I was going out the door, I said, we're not racing this horse with these stupid globes on his face. It didn't seem to bother him today. He's got a hood with goggles because he had that eye injury.
I don't know. We've never been through it. I don't know for how long.
Whatever. We were going out the door and I'm like, we're not going to race this horse with these stupid moon goggles on his face. But he certainly trained good with them on, so whatever, I don't really care. He trained way better than I thought he would. He was so good in 2-6. What? Yeah. So Stay Close is ready to go. So that was it. Anybody else? Sir Strong made a break. We're going to probably sell Sir Strong. My filly that Dominic trains there, that Eva, whatever her name is, she's probably not going to make it past the next qualifier. I'd say we'll qualify Eva next Friday, and then she'll probably go up for sale. The reason being is she is decently bred, I believe, and whether you want a racer or whether you want a breeder, here's a horse for you type situation. Same reason that we listed Sister Solange and Leaps and Bounds. Now, we'll have reserves on those two fillies on Monday. I think are probably 23,000. They're a sell on 24, but they could easily bring 30, I think. With their breeding, and they are racing right now. They're not racing great by any stretch of the imagination, but they have shown more in the past. Sister Solange won a Stallion Series race in 58 last year, and the other filly won a race won a stake race, a pop-up series or something in the Meadows in 58 also. Leaps and Bounds shows a mile 56 last year in Kentucky, I believe. So not quite the same, but similar. So who else? Eva trained 5 fish species, I believe, trained in 211, 210, I think he said, something like that.
211, I think.
Yeah. So I know Mario said he was happy with her. Just everything has been training so good. Then we went out with the 2-year-old stay, and I'm kind of waiting to see how they're going to be, because they were horrid on Tuesday. They were terrible on Tuesday. And the same thing happened last time. We've trained them. They're so professional, these horses. Yes, you're going to have a bad day, right? Everybody has a bad day, and horses are not exempt from that. But it's what you do after that, and every single one. Not one breaker today. Think of the horses that have made breaks, right? Don't talk about Bruno ran last week. James Arthur, he did make a break, but he was right with them finishing up. Maybe he didn't. I think he might have, though. James Arthur made a break. Mick Paisley made a break after the wire, but still made that break last week. Widespread Panic ran. Seasons of Love made a break. Ready for Landing. And that was it. That made a break the other day. So lots of horses coming in with X's, so to speak, unofficially on their lines. And I was very, very impressed with what I saw. Amy and I finished noses apart with Flash Fly and Insider Trading. All 3 miles went 225, 225, 226 today. They were all great miles. Now, I was up near the front with most of them. So I think Johnny said he went in 22 with one of them that started at the back and finished up strong. But for the most part, around 225. Insider Trading and Flash Fly were right together at the wire. Time Is on My Side was on the outside. Mick Paisley behind us. Don't Talk About Bruno right there behind us, and just off their flank was James Arthur. So a great set from set number 1. Everybody finished up very, very strong. Set 2, we went out. Winter Bells put it on us again. Amy came from the far outside. Widespread Panic was on front. I moved out of the 2-hole with Seasons of Love just to sit beside him. Lonely Lakewood wheeled off our flank to the outside 3 wide, and I was just kind of sitting there, and then out of the clouds, zoom, Amy come flying with, have you seen her train yet?
No.
The Payson filly, the Shadow Play? Oh my God, she can fly. She came from nowhere, just blew the doors off everybody. Lonely Lakewood was second, I was third. J-Port Beach Boy, actually, James, I had gone with J-Port Beach Boy. That's a McWicked colt, Ontario colt.
Okay.
I went with him about 2 weeks ago. I thought he went really well. And then Mario went with him the other day, and I thought he looked adequate, but he was like way back and stayed way back. He did an even mile, but he didn't wow anybody the other day, I don't think. And then James went with him. They were pulling up, and I was happy with Seasons of Love. That's in Ontario. That's by the bank. It's the only filly by the bank that we have. And I said, Jesus, filly was good. James said, she was good the other day, too. He said, I'll tell you one thing. This colt was really, really good today. And James doesn't really ever give praise to the horses because I'm very optimistic. So James feels he has to be pessimistic all the time. But he literally said, no, J-Port Beach Boy looked very, very good today. So when you look top to bottom, Widespread Panic made a break in the turn well after, but did a great mile, and the horses put on a lot of weight. Deb has done a great job with her. Danny's made some changes to him. He's done a great job with the horse, too. Widespread Panic looked good today. You can tell there's a nice horse in there. And I told Danny, I said, I don't care if he's ready till August. Just take your time, put lots of weight on him. I think the more weight on him, he's going to broaden his shoulders out, put a little more muscle on, be a little wider. He's very narrow when he brushes at himself, but he can really trot. He's an Indiana bred. He's by Muscle Massive, same as White Tiger. And we had a horse before White Tiger that we loved even more than White Tiger at the time, named Lawmaker. And they were both. Lawmaker was our first and only starter in the Hamiltonian Eliminations. He raced the Hamiltonian Eliminations for us. I won a lot of races with him. He's a nice horse. They're both Muscle Massives. So, Winter Bells, again, just amazing today. She's such a nice filly. Seasons of Love was great. Lonely Lakewood. Mounds for All came flying through like that's the horse that just got here. He just wears a bridle and a set of boots. No head check. the trotter Mario went with. Mario loves this horse. He goes, I really, really like this horse. I said, well, it's pretty hard not to like him. He's a nice horse. He came charging through late. The entire set was just a wall finishing off. Everybody was right there together, and just another great set. I was really, really happy, but still, we're coming on the track with Ready for Landing. He really took the wind out of my sails the other day. And I drove him the way he likes to be driven today, but he's a weird horse. He likes to be driven in one certain way, and if you stray outside those lines, he'll just explode.
Fine.
Yep. I just, a very frustrating animal, but he's not an ignorant horse, and he's not a mean horse. He's a very nice horse. Hey, you okay, Turkey? Want some water? Here. Need a drink? We're almost to the ballpark. You've been a good girl. Here you go. Here's your water. Yeah, take your drink, sweetie. So, Punch the Clock pounded everybody. Yeah. All done? Punch the Clock pounded everybody today and looked amazing on the track. That was the one filly. Her and Time Is On My Side looked really good the other day. Are you okay? And Punch the Clock looked great today. She pounded everybody. I followed her into the stretch and finished right behind her. That was to the right of the two paces. Watch Your Mouth and Great Bet were both right there. Punch the Clock pounded everybody, though. Jumped on them and drove away. The two pacers were right with her. I was to the outside of her, so we were about a length off of her wheel, but she was so strong. Georgia the Jungle was right beside us also. And Rito's Lady was a little bit back. So the official finish in that set was Punch the Clock. I believe Great Bet got up for second, but it was close. Great Bet and Watch Your Mouth were right there. I was fourth on the outside. Ready for Landing did his work great today. He was good today. Georgia the Jungle was right to the inside of us, and then a little ways back was Rito's Lady. She did work very, very well also. So a great day of training. Jason called me. He said they trained all the horses. They had 2 breakers, only 2. And he said they're horses that don't usually break also. So a great day in Ohio also. Much slower today. We've been going pretty hot with the Ohio horses. They've all been around 19 or 20 for the most part. So I told everybody going 245 today, and that's exactly what they did. So Jason was super happy with Ohio. I was happy. You were happy with the horses you went with, weren't you? And I know that Harry, I know people are going to ask, Nothing But a Dreamer. Hey, you all right? Nothing But a Dreamer's trained today at Mohawk in 2-2. James said he was very good. And Sintra trained a mile in 59. You'll see those horses surface next week also, I'm sure. I know Harry. He will school him next week. And then he'll be ready to go. Sintra will likely qualify, I would imagine. And he'll be ready to go. But everybody moving in the right direction. A great day. And it's a beautiful day. The weather's going to turn to crap. Did anybody tell you that?
Yeah.
It's going to turn rotten in the next 2 days, which is fine by me because it's going to be 14 and sunny in Miami Valley. That's the only thing I have to drive for the next 2 days, so that's good. So we're almost to the park now. I'm going to catch the last 6 innings of the game, which is fine. Addie's already had a nap, as you can see. Ava also had one on the way down here. Traffic is brutal. It's literally been like this the entire way. We had to get off in Milton because the 401 was a parking lot. Whatever. Who cares? We're going to watch the ball game, maybe stay down for a little bit, let the traffic dissipate and have a little bite to eat, see what the kids want to do. But it'll be a good day away. Give Amy the afternoon just to have a nap and relax. So, I'll talk to you guys soon. As you know, as I said, the horses train good. New horse to the barn, Oakwood Cowboy. If you've never heard that name, you're not watching the videos, you don't know what took place. We purchased him today for $56,500 off of On Gate. He is an American Ideal 6-year-old, but he only has 31 starts. He's been imported from. There you go. Go ahead, sir. He's been imported from Ireland and won his last 3. The last start, he was a winner in 152 and 1. In 152 and 1 in Northfield Park. So lots of paths for that guy, lots of places to race him. I was leaning towards Ontario. We'll see about that. But for now, off to the ball game. Take care, everybody.